What's up, guys? It's your boy Jordan Larkin, back with another post from Lace 'em Up Boxing / MMA. And today I'm going to be talking about Terence Crawford versus Felix Diaz. That fight will be happening on May 20th on HBO. I believe that this will be a good fight. Many people say that this will be Terence Crawford's hardest fight, but I have to disagree. I think that Terence Crawford's hardest build fight will be Victor Postol, because all up through that building, it was supposed to be projected as a 50-50 fight. But of course, on fight night, Terence Crawford settled that and beat Victor Postol pretty easily. In this fight, we have Felix Diaz. We have a totally different style opponent. Felix Diaz, he's a very, very sneaky boxer. We have seen him in his outings against Lamont Peterson. Of course, he lost that fight, but many people say that he was robbed, or many people say that it should have at least been a draw. But Felix Diaz, he could box, he could punch as well. Many people don't talk about his punching power because he only has 9 KOs in 20 fights, but he has very respectable power. Now, does he have thundering power like Terence Crawford or somebody that can knock you out? No, but he has very respectable power that at the end of the day you have to respect his power, like Sammy Vasquez had to respect his power, because at the end of the day he may not have big knockout power, but he has pop in his punches. Felix Diaz, he's a former Olympic gold medalist. He medaled 2012 Olympic for the Dominican Republic. He's a good boxer. He can box you on the inside, he can box you on the outside, he can use his foot movement when you coming in, or he could just box you all day long. We see him in his outings against Granados. He beat him easier than Adrian Broner did. That was a very good victory for him early in his career. We see him again, he beat Sammy Vasquez Jr. pretty easily. That fight was a draw, but it was turned around for a unanimous decision for Felix Diaz Jr. That was a very good outing. I was pulling for the Olympic gold medalist, man, and he made Sammy Vasquez not look like this hype train, because everybody was hyping Sammy Vasquez Jr. to be like, let's say, the Earl Spence Jr. hype train. Everybody was hyping Sammy Vasquez to say that he was a next champion at 147. They was trying to compare Sammy Vasquez to future opponents like Earl Spence Jr., Kell Brook, and Keith Thurman, Sean Porter fight. Many people was talking about how that fight could very easily happen, and Felix Diaz went in there. He adjusted to Sammy Vasquez Jr. Sammy Vasquez Jr. tried to box him, and Felix Diaz, he went in there and he mauled him, he brought him, and at the end of the day, he had to fight his fight. Now, getting to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is a proven world champion. He's a unified junior welterweight champion. We've seen him fight at 135 before. I believe his highlight fight was when he knocked out Yorkis Gamboa in round 8 in Omaha. He showed that he would be too big and too strong for the tough Yorkis Gamboa. Now, getting back to that fight, at 135, we see him also beat Ricky Burns pretty easily as well. And Terence Crawford, we also seen him last summer as he beat up Victor Postol. Again, that fight was supposed to be billed as his hardest fight, but he took out Victor Postol easily. And his last outing, he knocked out John Molina, which that was a pretty easy victory as well, as that was probably one of his best knockout wins I have seen in a long, long time. Now, breaking down a style matchup, I see this fight going 12 rounds. I see Felix Diaz giving Terence Crawford problems in the first 2 to 3 rounds. He may be winning 2-1. Somebody biased may even say it's 3-0. But one thing that I see Terence Crawford does better than anybody, which reminds me of what Canelo does, he adjusts to your style. So I can see it being 2-1, 3-0 the first 3 rounds. But I see Terence Crawford adjusting to his style. I see Terence Crawford outlanding him. I see him using his height, his reach, his range. And I say about 6 and 7 rounds, he will hit Felix Diaz with a shot, and he will drop the tough Felix Diaz. I think Felix Diaz will go down for the first time in his career, but he will get up. I think Felix Diaz will give him some problem on the inside, just because of his Olympic experience. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have Terence Crawford by unanimous decision. I believe that it will be talks about him fighting Pacquiao next or somebody else, but I think that that's how this fight will go. Once again, I said I see Felix Diaz giving him some problems. I can personally see it being 8 rounds to 4 Terence Crawford favor. I think that Felix Diaz style, he has a very awkward style. You see his fights with with Sammy Vasquez Jr. But one thing I said before is that Terence Crawford, he has the ability to adapt and adjust. And when he adjusts, it's very hard to beat him. We've seen it in the Victor Postol fight. I think the first round, I believe I gave the second round to Victor Postol. I think that's probably the only round I gave him. But when Terence Crawford adjusted through round 3 through 12, we see him take Victor Postol jab away. And when he took his jab away, he was fighting in southpaw most of the time, and he was hitting him with straight lefts, and even dropped Victor Postol twice. One was with a right hook, I believe, and one was with a left straight. Now, I believe that there will probably be talks about Terence Crawford fighting Manny Pacquiao. I think probably Max Kellerman probably mentioned that to him again. We have been talking about that fight for a very long time now. I don't really know if that fight had happened. That fight can very well happen, because Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao is both signed with Bob Arum. I know Bob Arum probably wouldn't want that fight just because of how dangerous it is. It may be a high risk, low reward fight for Manny Pacquiao, but at the end of the day, it'll be a great fight for the fans and everybody else to see, even for the casuals to tune in to that fight. That will probably be Terence Crawford coming out fight. That will be his coming out fight party. Now, I don't really know how that fight will go, but it will be a good fight. Now, Terence Crawford next decisions after he beats Felix Diaz, I see Terence Crawford facing the new unified champion Julius Indongo if Indongo can get through Sergey Olympics. He's a tough fight as well. We could very well see Terence Crawford versus Adrian Broner. We have seen Bob Arum and Al Heyman work out Terence Crawford versus John Molina. So they have shown that they can improve their friendship as well, that they don't have no beef between them. So we could very well see a Terence Crawford versus an Adrian Broner fight. I feel like that fight makes a lot of sense. Lately, I haven't seen Adrian Broner talking about Terence Crawford. All I seen him saying was that he could beat all the guys at 140. Well, the main big guy at 140 is Terence Crawford. That's who you must be to be the king of 140. Now, Terence Crawford, he could fight Adrian Broner. He can fight Julius Indongo. He can move up and fight Manny Pacquiao. I personally think he should stay at 140 and become the undisputed champion, or fight Julius and Indongo for them to decide. But I just feel like I don't see him beating the likes of Keith Thurman, Errol Smith Jr., Kell Brook, maybe Danny Garcia or Pacquiao. But again, I feel like he should stay at 140, let his body grow to move to 147 before he can get the belts as well. I believe going up to 147 right away wouldn't be a very smart move. I can see a fight with Terence Crawford versus Danny Garcia happening. Terence Crawford said, I believe he said that's probably the only fight he would actually go straight away to 147 to get. But of course, at the time, Danny Garcia had the WBC World Champion, so we probably might not see that fight. But again, it'll still be great exposure for Terence Crawford. I feel like that's the one thing he needs in his career, is for him to have great exposure and have a coming out party. Now, Terence Crawford, I would call him king of 140, but of course, he needs to be the undisputed champion to show that. But again, in this fight, I'm going to have Terence Crawford winning by unanimous decision. I do think he will drop the tough Felix Diaz for the first time in his career and give him a standing 8 count. But all in all, I think this will be another dominated display by Terence Crawford, and you will see his skills at best being tested here. Alright guys, peace. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, like, and if you got any comments, questions, or concerns, comment below. I'll debate with you. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook at Lace 'em Up MMA/boxing. Again, this is your admin, Jordan Larkin, coming. Peace.
Like we always do it this time. This is cold, blowing your mind. Hey dummy, there's no accident, all of this was designed. Took my time, you can crack from behind.